Newsflash takes off with air travelers having to face hard times as many seek to meet business appointments across the country owing to the severe fuel scarcity that has hit the industry. Most of the domestic airlines in the country say the scarcity became evident a few days ago but got ahead early in the week, while oil marketers started rationing supply to airlines owing to a limited stock at the depot. In a press statement, one of Nigeria's carriers, Arik Air, explained that the situation is critical in Lagos and Abuja, which are the operational hubs of the airline, and has cut down its schedules greatly. Meanwhile, Air Peace is asking for the intervention of the federal government and aviation authorities as the situation lingers. The airline says the development is a threat to the operations of the airlines. Aviation fuel, also known as Jet A1, which sold for around 105 naira at the beginning of the year, now sells for between 172 naira and 200 naira per litre when available. Nigerians travelling outside the country have been asked not to overstay their visa status, as this action demeans the country. This is coming from the Minister of Interior, Abdurrahman Dembazao. He was speaking in Lagos at an event organized by the British High Commission and the Nigerian Immigration Service. At the occasion, the British Commissioner Paul Arkwright also asked those applying for United Kingdom visa to do so early enough.
And every single individual deserves the respect and dignity of any human being. This is why we built this facility. There are a number of people who are coming back. These are people, as the Minister says, who have overstayed the visa conditions. But they're also exhausted all the legal avenues. The health questions have been taken into consideration. At the end of that long process, there are some people who do need to be returned home. These are people who are coming home and they need to be treated with dignity and respect. That's why we have built this facility, and we're very proud of it. We're very proud that this is now a Nigerian facility funded by the British government.
We don't want a situation whereby returnees are left on the tarmac with their luggages and sweating and so on and so forth. We want a situation whereby we can, handle them, treat them, and reintegrate them back into our society. They are our citizens, and we must protect their rights. So the issue is that as much as possible, we work with the British government, the Home Office to be specific with my ministry too, to ensure that everything that needs to be done to Nigerian citizens in diaspora, we do as much as possible to ensure that they are well protected.
On a home stretch, the Farnborough Air Show has come and gone, but the star attraction is that this year's show was the F-35, 2 years after it was supposed to make its debut. The wait appeared worth it, as F-35 is now one of the most powerful planes ever made and one of the most technologically advanced. It is also one of the most expensive at over $100 million a jet. The F-35 is the Pentagon's coolest arms program.
When you look at what the United States government and the UK government working together have said, they've said that they're driving down costs, and by the end of the decade, an F-35 will be as cheap as an older generation fighter, but with all this modern new capability. So when you look at it that perspective and the fact that then it'll be here for 50 more years, it's definitely worth it.
The UK government seems to agree, as it is set to buy 48 jump jets by 2023 before expanding to an eventual fleet of 138.
The military relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom isn't going to be changed because of that. We've been a long-standing partner. Before the European Union, the United States and UK were partners going back to World War I, World War II, so that is not going to change. Economies go up and down, but the one thing that stays constant is that people need equipment to defend their freedom. I think the United States and the United Kingdom together take that very seriously, as been indicated by your Prime Minister many times, so I don't see that changing at all.
The show of solidarity is not just for the UK. The US Air Force Chief of Staff says the display flights are meant as a signal of NATO's intent in the region.
I mean, the F-35 showing up at the air show is certainly good news, if nothing else, for the politicians and air chiefs who've selected the type and we're waiting for some good news to show to the folks back home. It provides a level of political cover for their decision.
Belgium and Finland are among the next customers Lockheed are targeting.
And our feedback from Bennett Moka. Thanks, Bernard, for writing in. And it's on this note we call it a day. You can send in story ideas or what you would like to see on the program. Do keep in touch with us via our feedback platform. I'm Bukola Joketumbi. Next week is another date.